Welcome to Season 7.6. Our next side series is finally here, and we're amping it up by adding a brand new mod to the playthrough. But before I get into it, I have a couple PSAs to quickly mention. One, since we got 1,000 subs, the channel is now got ads on it, which I apologize for, but it is a necessity to keep things moving forward. 2, the community tab on the channel is unlocked and ready for business. Please check it out because of number 3. 3, we're going to be live streaming very soon, and I'd love your input on some of the decisions going forward. And finally, 4, our Discord channel is in the works and hopefully will be up soon, but everything hangs on my schedule and how busy I am, so please stay tuned and keep up to date with the changes, and I'll try and keep you guys posted. With those announcements out of the way, let's get into the new season. This season, we're adding the PTR mod on top of Legends mod, and to showcase this, we're going to be playing the recently revamped Ranger Origin as well. Now, quickly, the PTR mod is the perk tree reworked mod which adds over 100 unique perks to the game. These perks are divided mainly into background/class type perks, like Soldier and Popper, whereas the other perks added are mostly associated with weapon types and weapon skill trees. There are more perks than these, but these are the main two categories that they are associated with. Finally, the scary but funny part is that enemies can get these amazing perks as well. More so the higher leveled enemies compared to things like rabbles, but you know, it's a bit more interesting when you get some good stuff and the enemies can get it too. Many thanks to Lord Midas for developing this mod and Uber Bagel for working on it as well. Make sure to follow their Discord, and I think it's also going to be put on the Legends mod Discord as far as I know. But yeah, I'm sure you guys will love it. Now, let's get back to the revamped Ranger's Origin. Originally, this origin started with just a ranger and gave Pathfinder to everybody you recruited, but now it's absorbed the now removed druid origin to now start with a ranger and a druid as two avatars to what you guys start with, which is pretty sweet, but also means, you know, if you lose both of them, it's game over. They also changed the way the Pathfinder free perk works, and it only affects outdoor recruits. The other good thing is the outdoor recruits get a 25% reduction in upfront costs and upkeep, whilst making, you know, everyone else as a downside 25% more expensive, so you're really corralled into grabbing outdoor recruits, which is pretty good because that's what we're going to be doing this season. We're grabbing outdoor recruits left, right, and center. Now, one interesting thing about outdoor recruits is most of them are ranged. Things like hunters, poachers. What else is the list? I'll put the list up here, and we're going to keep using this list throughout the season. You got Adventurous Lady, Apprentice, Arbalister, Barbarian, Beastslayer, Bowyer, Fletcher, Disowned Noblewoman. A lot of these are ranged characters, and so we're going to be building mostly a ranged party, which is new for us, and it's going to be fun and difficult at the same time. The other thing is you do get to move faster on the campaign map and always get a scouting report for enemies near you, which does help us pick our fights. And as you know, we love picking our fights because getting ambushed is not fun. But yeah, so we are going to be the PTR Park Rangers this season. And we're going to be playing with the Greenskin Invasion, mainly because we've been doing nobles too much. And undead are annoying to work with ranged, so we're not going to be doing ranged against undead. And the Holy War I'm going to maybe save for another season coming up soon. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But yeah, we're doing Greenskin Invasion this time. And technically, we're doing a random map seed. I just keep redoing this. And we're going to do this one. It's got nothing fancy in it. I haven't really scouted out any map seeds because I haven't had the time to do it. But we'll just do something nice and random. As usual, we are doing our beginner economy and high starting funds because you know my theory. It's no fun if you're spending 10 days healing a party after one fight, so it's not worth it. Might as well just keep that part of the game basic. But we have been converted. And we're doing Legendary Combat difficulty. It is difficult, painful, but fun. And that's how we're going to keep it. Keep it real, keep it difficult, and show off all the hard stuff that this game has to offer. Also, there is a little side thing that Midas and Uber have let me know that there's going to be some fun surprises in Legendary difficulty with the PTR mod. And I'm kind of scared at the same time because some enemies might be a little strong. So we'll get to that and hopefully not completely get wiped out, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, moving on to the map. We've got ourselves at 5 factions and 35 settlements as usual. It's nice to have a populated map. filled with decked out citadels and all trade buildings available as usual. None of the other sliders have been played with because I haven't had time to play with it, but this should be a decent enough map. As usual, we're going with our dynamic perks and layered armor. Absolutely love those two. I've sort of been off the equipment scaling and distance scaling with these additional options when it comes to legendary difficulty. I feel as though legendary difficulty is difficult enough. You don't really need these extra scalings. And if you play with them, you're sort of really pushing the limits of how enemies scale. And it really limits you to what fights you can take. And that sort of just ruins the fun if you're just constantly running from things. As usual, bleeds, counters, kill, word economy, and crafting are on. But for this time round, I'm going to take recruit scaling off. I'm sort of leaning away from it. I feel as though it's great for the late game. If you're insanely rich, definitely useful. Grab it. But it does seem to hurt the mid game. If you're struggling to survive the mid game, if you had a bad couple of recruits early on or some luck going bad your way, the fact that your recruits are starting to be costing more and you're probably not earning as much money, it really hits you hard, and it really reduces the recruits you can get when almost every basic recruit starts costing like $1,000 at level 2. I just don't see it as super helpful. So for the sake of keeping our mid-game easy to recruit, we'll get this recruit scaling turned off. But that's pretty much it. With all that said and done, I think we're ready to dive into this. So let's go. Welcome to the Ranger's origin, where the forest got attacked and a ranger and a druid band together to survive, basically. If you need to remember how this origin works, it's very nice they put it at the bottom of this scroll here. The 25% less, this and that. You get extra wildmen and settlements. And yeah, it's really nice that it double explains it to you just in case you need to know. But yeah, here's the party. We got ourselves a ranger who has extra melee damage, athletic, and tough. Not the best choices, but it's something. And the druid that sits with brute, tough, and determined, which is a bit better. Double melees, a triple melee skill, and double melee defense. That's going to be pretty sweet. I am keen on that. And yeah, welcome to the perks. Welcome to the flippin' perks. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. And there's so many of them too. I love it. But this isn't what all the characters in the game look like. They're a little bit more sparse. It's just the avatar, the starting characters that have it. One really cool thing about our dynamic duo is we've got the bear taming on both of them. So welcome to double bears and double the chance of finding bears in the wild as well. I'm exceptionally keen on all of it. And I'm super loving the favorite enemy archer as always with the ranger. So we are going with the +4s as usual. Very nice. And look at that beautiful +5. Let's grab that 4 health because why not get a max health? Now, we're going with the bow sniper build this time around. Mainly because we get favorite enemy archers. Whenever you get that, you always try and find a way of counter sniping. Whenever you have that option, because if you can, it just becomes so easy to do. But if you can't get the favorite enemy archer perk, then you just get something else. But the other thing is what we can grab is this beautiful perk called Range Supremacy. Ranged attacks have a 10% chance extra to hit against enemies wielding ranged weapons. So on top of favorite enemy archers, you get an extra 10% chance to hit them. Obviously, with the extra 1 vision and 1 shooting range makes it easier as well. It's just a great perk. So to start us off, there's no student, sadly. We're not going throwing because we're trying to stay at a distance. Fast adaptation's good, mark target's good. We're probably going to have to grab recover eventually. But do I really want target practice? It's actually good. Yeah, it is good. Swapping quivers of arrows never costs action points. And the action points of aim shot is reduced from 8 to 7. So yeah, we'll grab it. And we'll definitely grab Range Supremacy. Now the cool thing that you can see on these perks is at the bottom, there's the blue text that says from the bow perk group. From the bow perk group. And you can see that all these other ones come from their own groups. Now, different to Legends mod, the base game, is things like Quick Hands, Backstabber, Recover. You're not going to find them as often as you'd like. Sadly enough, because they're part of groups, you only get a set number of groups per character, and you're just going to miss out on some of them. So we get Recover and Rebound on the Ranger, but on the Druid, we're only getting Recover, and as far as I see, no Rebound. So you're going to get things like that. We get Student on the Druid, and we don't get Student on the Sniper. We get Bullseye and Dodge here, and we don't get either. We get Dodge here, but no Bullseye, so you can't make a ranged Druid. Which you probably wouldn't, but it's just the fact that you're missing out on a few perks here and there a little bit more often because there's so many other perks that come in because of their groups. So things like Quick Hands from the throwing perk group, if you don't have access to throwing weapons, you're not going to find Quick Hands. And that's just how you're going to have to live your life. So it really opens up the opportunity and the need to be very versatile with your builds and just work with what you got. So for the Druid, we've got ourselves beautiful 4 melee skill and all that. But before we do that, I did notice we do have Shield Expert. So I am kind of interested. One thing I want to double check is, does Shield Expert work with the Parrying Dagger? Because it's technically a shield. Because this perk right here, Offhand Training, is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Main reason? It doesn't disable the armor penetration bonus from Duelist. So you can play with a one-handed weapon, hold a Parrying Dagger, which is a pretty swift shield, and still be able to do crazy damage. So I love it, and I think it's great. And then there's cool things like Tempo, extra initiative constantly. So you can go crazy for a build with dodge and all that if you go one-handed swords. Sadly, at the moment, our initiative's not that amazing, but it's something I wouldn't mind working on. But we'll definitely grab melee skill, melee defense, and the resolve at the moment, because that is a +4. +3, and maybe we just go initiative, because fatigue sounds good, but initiative sounds a little bit better. So let's go into student for sure. And then jumping into our next ability, Bolster is pretty cool. Oh, it's a polearm perk. I was like, that looks like Rotate. That obviously looks like Rotate. But no, that's a polearm perk. Then there's Alert for initiative. There's Dodge, which is actually pretty decent. Yeah, but we might get too exhausted for that. Balance is different. You get extra 15 melee defense and 5 range defense the heavier armor you wear, which is weird. It's the opposite of the way it normally works. 5 melee defense and range defense every time you get hit. Starts at the next turn, it gets rid of it. Yeah, I could be on this all day. I'm sorry, there's so many perks, but they're wonderful. I'm slightly interested in doing the sickle, but I don't think sickles are very good weapons. So, in order to play for late game, the Shield Expert will work nicely. One-handed offhand training I do want to play around, so we can be super defensive and still have damage. I just really hope Shield Expert works with Parrying Dagger, because technically the Parrying Dagger is a shield. If one of you guys know that, you can obviously let me know in the comments. But for the moment, I'm not going to complain about grabbing Dodge. That's probably the right call. We're getting high initiative. We'll go maybe with the one-handed swords, because then you get cool things like Tempo. Is that... Oh no, Tempo doesn't have to be a one-handed sword. That's a cool hybrid perk that you can use for any other weapon. So if we want to use maybe spears and shields, that might work well. Spears and shields is a pretty good combo in this game mode and all that, so yeah. We'll play around with it. We've got lots to do, definitely lots to do and explore, so bear with me as we go through all that, and I'll try and explain as much as I can and as much as I see. But let's go to our first city at the moment. Quickly look at the map before we do that. We've got the 3 southern states. Pretty evenly sized factions, very nice to see that. Sadly, though, yeah, I thought so. The 7 states do not have their docks. We only got a few docks here and none up top, so teleportation at the end of the game is going to be rough. But let's try and flesh out the party a little bit early on. Interesting to see an adventurous noble in a small city. Okay. But as usual, we're hunting for... Oh, that's a $500 witch hunter? I'm slightly interested. That is the worst witch hunter I've ever seen. Goodbye, bud. But yeah, welcome to 25% cheaper and 25% upkeep cheaper, guys, because of their outdoors. I don't like apothecaries. They're pretty garbage. Here, I'll show you up the list again. There's a few from here that I will love, and there's a lot of them that I don't. Apprentice is great, nice and cheap. Definitely keen on Arbalest and Barbarian, but they're hard to get. Herbalists are pretty garbage. Houndmasters are great. Hunters are great. Lumberjacks are a medium. The other ones are pretty good. Retired soldiers I'm looking out for. Taxidermists I'm looking out for. And wild women. Squire, I normally don't like squires. But weirdly enough, they've got some pretty interesting soldier-based perks in PTR that makes me think of maybe picking up one. But yeah, we'll keep that list every now and again whenever I need to check it. But sadly, there's nothing here we can really take into the party. $500 location, that's a bit too much for just the two of us. I am kind of keen on taking a $100 delivery quest to Erdfall. Yeah, we'll do it. I don't like taking delivery quests, but... And I'll get to the finishing of the statement in just a second. I'm quickly checking prices. Oh, we can sell these for really nice. Let's sell them all. And let's buy some super cheap food. But the reason why I want to take the early easy quests, even delivery quests, is because your avatars don't cost anything. They're super cheap. They barely eat. 3 days for fresh meat. And yeah, they don't cost anything. So let's quickly check along the way. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, goodbye. Anything cheap in the marketplace to pick up? There are some cheap bucklers. Looking for cheap spears. That is not a cheap spear. Early game builds. It's been a while since I've done early game, so I've got to remember how to do my early game plays. And you want your spears, your shields, you want a little bit of armor. Armor makes the biggest difference early game. So let's see if these small towns can provide us with anything useful. That's $100. That's not too bad for a wooden shield. We'll pick that up. That's pretty cheap. 30 base armors. I think we already have decent base armors for the moment. That's 110 base armor for 6 fatigue. That's ridiculously strong. So we're fine on that. Let's get the shield on our druid. Actually, he doesn't have a good base armor. So we'll give... Oh, that's why it's ridiculously good. Because you can't add attachments to it. It's one of those fancy things that the modders love doing. Fair enough, fair enough. So we'll buy the cheap $26 armor. So our druid can sit in something slightly better. I mean, they're both in 110 armors. They're not going to die anytime soon. But it is nice to have that set up. There is a poacher, but I'm keen on hiring hunters instead of poachers. No, I don't want to do undead. Please, no. So those two are a bust. There's a stone citadel over there, and a stone keep, and a large city. Or I can go to this one large city, and there is a forest down there. Maybe going west might give us more options. I just hope we don't run into barbarians, because that would be horrible. And undead. Undead would be pretty bad, too. So just don't run into anything for this early set. We gotta buy someone. That is a very cheap retired soldier. That's a squire. That's an apprentice. Double melee defense. That's actually pretty decent. Sadly, no shield mastery. That's kind of bad. Because you've got no ability to attack, especially with Drunkard. draw. Oh no, he does have Shield Expert. I am blind as a bat. Shield Expert's right there in tier 3. It's weird, they've moved them up and down the tiers, so I'm not sure exactly which ones are in which. Actually, for 97 bucks, he rolled a 2. That's not amazing. But he gets Shield Expert, he gets Cover Ally, he gets Phalanx, which is really nice. You just get bonuses for standing next to somebody with a shield. Student and Gifted to give him even more Discovered Talent, extra stars. Discovered Talent gives you a free star on everything. As long as it's not 3 stars, so that'll give the melee defense 3 stars after level 6. And the best thing is Rising Star. Look at that. 50% extra experience gain until level 13. 5% extra after that. And at level 13 you get 2 free perks. So you spending a perk in Discovered Talent and Rising Star gets practically refunded. You spending a perk in Student gets refunded. It's disgusting. You have to get to level 13, which takes a while, I must say. But with 50% increased XP up until that point, that's pretty good. So you rush this for sure. So this will be our decent tank. And, oh, I forgot to do names. That is right, I did. I wasn't going to get you guys to name our first 2 characters because I had some names in mind and I forgot to put them down. And you might get an idea because we're the PTR Park Rangers. You might get an idea of what I'm trying to go with the names right here. And yeah. So it'll be Yogi and Mr. Ranger as our avatars for this season. And we'll be trying to defend the woods and all the parks and everything. And because we're getting extra bears, we'll send Boo Boo at them. It'll work. I don't remember exactly what we're doing with this build. I guess it's just dodge. Dodge, one-handed sword. I guess that's a fencer build, but then it's not. It actually doesn't have to be a fencer build. We can go dodge one-handed... Oh, that's alright. Dodge one-handed spear. And then shield. Spear, shield. Oh my goodness, I can't even... Yeah, one-handed spear with shield. Or like a parrying dagger. Because we don't have the fencer perks to make it good to be fencers. Because there is a specific perk that makes you good with fencing swords, which is really cool. But obviously a druid wouldn't really have that. And plus we got magic and stuff to do. Oh, one thing I did have to notice is in probably one of the most recent patches, something broke, and the avatars for this start don't actually have the +1, +2 to increase the party size. So hopefully that'll be fixed in the next patch. But for the moment, we're probably not going to hire more than 6 people anyways, so it's not a problem. But yeah, it'll be fixed soon. So nothing to worry about for that. But yeah, lithe and nimble, it'll be really nice to have on this build. But for decent tank, yeah, it's really nice to have. We'll add in who's on our list. We've got Frosty. So welcome Frosty as our decent tank. Let's set you up in some actual gear to make sure you don't die on us. We still have tons of cash, so I am keen on grabbing some more. Yeah, that's kind of garbage, so let's not. Let's say we did. I'm interested in the Squire, but I think he's gonna... Yeah, that's garbage. Double-tongued is bad, even if we're gonna do a banner. Because I think, yeah, Rally the Troops. Squires are one of the only people that I've seen, through my very limited scouting of the mod, that can take a banner role in this lineup. So, hunting for a banner is going to be really hard for us. I'm going to try out this... Yeah, yikes. I love retired soldiers, but... Yikes. Nothing good about you, man. Really unfortunate. I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a retired soldier, though. No way. That's not worth it. With the bonus of cheapness that we get for this origin, there's no point in getting one for $2,000. Can we get anything cheap from here? That's a cool helmet, but it's not worth the cost. 175 for 55, that's actually not bad. Helmet-wise, there's not too many options. Oh, there is. A full Akaton for 75. That's actually really nice. So let's get you into something livable. 80 and 50, that's not bad. And did we get a cheap shield? There is an $88 shield. I'll grab it. There's a $98 shield as well, but I won't grab it just yet. We'll only buy what we really need. And that's way too expensive, but I can get you a pointed stick. There you go, buddy. Survive with the stick for the moment and see how you go. Speaking about, I forgot we could switch stuff easily, so let's switch this out. Let's give the druid the bandages and see how that goes for the moment. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the guys. There's no quests at this place, and there's nothing from the expensive things we want. So let's run up. That's also a citadel, too. That's a lumber village, but then it's a big city. Nope, let's go south. Let's go south. I don't want to take barbarian quests, so we're trying to get money eventually, you know. We're spending 10 bucks a day, so there's no rush. But I do want to start heading into the middle of the map. That's where we're going to spend most of our time. Hopefully, amongst this middle of the map. And obviously, it says the Druid's Grove, so that sounds like our home. But amongst this middle area seems to be where we'll get most of the action and the most benefit from everybody available to us. That's another squire. Why did I even try him? There's another squire. Very high initiative. But nothing else. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that. If that wasn't initiative and that was resolve, with charming, I would have instantly hired him. But why did it have to be initiative? And witch hunters are usually too expensive. I'm not usually a big fan of witch hunters. Sadly. Because, like, hunters are just better. Just downright better. That's a very cheap pike, which is nice to see, but we don't need it, per se. There's a few things, but... Actually, wait. Did I see that 55 for cheap? No, it's still like 100 bucks. Okay. We want to focus on getting someone. Maybe this place. Please. Living off in the forest. You've got to have something forest. You do have a quest. It's beasts. I don't want to fight beasts. You do have a local holiday, so maybe you'll have someone to join us. So let's get some medicine whilst we wait overnight. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we have to choose an ambition. Battle standard is not good to get early. Crown of 6 people, 5 arenas, or 25 goods. Let's get 6 people. Because the banner is not something we want right away. Unless we find, like, someone to use it. Sheesh, we are really not getting lucky. I'll try out the wildmen. Double defense is interesting with Death Wish and Determined. Shield expert. He rolled a 7? No way. Wildmen almost never roll positive defense. That's why I was like, this is probably a waste of money. He's not gifted, though. That's the sad part. But, wow, he's actually a decent tank. He already has good resolve. Death Wish and Determined is just perfect. He's never going to lose his morale. He gets... What defensively does he get? Not much. He gets, like, Steel Brow. That's pretty decent. He gets Dodge, which... I mean, with high initiative, he's nimble. Yeah, he's a dodge tank. Interesting. Decent dodge tank. Goodness me. There we are. Decent dodge tank. This guy, Mr. Frosty, is seemingly a medium armor tank because he's got lithe. Decent. Oh, I hit enter on accident. Let's get back to that. Decent medium tank. Having underdog is really helpful. Sadly, not everybody gets it. As you can see, this tank doesn't get it. But he does get clarity, which is helpful to walk around the map. Fresh and Furious, not good for a tank, though. Oh, see, there's the fencer part that I was talking about. You get the ability to lunge better. Because you get an extra range on lunge with the two-handed fencing sword. And the one-handed fencing sword's action cost of thrust and riposte and lunge are reduced by 1. So, like, if you get this perk, consider going Fencer. But I can't consider it because you have no melee attack. So, yeah, it's not good enough. So we're going Tank. And who do we have next on our list? I believe it is Lunaris. Did I spell that right? I think I did. So welcome Frosty and Lunaris to the team. We need 2 more people for the ambition, and we're set. And weirdly enough, we have 2 tanks, and technically Yogi, who is already tanky as well. So, wow, we've got like a decent tanky lineup. We just need to fill it with hunters. So we just have to find some good hunters now. Hopefully we can get some cheap shields. It's not a great shield, but we can get it. Cheap spear, 162, that's a little expensive. Little expensive. Give you $8. Can afford $8. That's all we got. Let's give that to the. There we go. Let's give that to that. Let's give you better armor, hopefully. Did I not see? Yikes. Really not many options available. Let's not show you any days of combat anytime soon, especially against beasts. We really haven't done any fights this episode yet, but we really have to try and get there. I still think these 2 might get us some quests. Let's hope we don't get ambushed somewhere soon. So let's stay nice and safe. We're meant to have good vision on the map. So hopefully that does pay off for us. Ooh, that's interesting. It's to the south, though. Shiftbound is... Wow, that's really far. I guess we could do it. That is nothing useful to us. Do you have better armor? No. You got a 30 base. Yeah, we'll take that, actually. That's not too bad. You've got better shields. Actually, no, we have... Oh! The buckler's not the worst thing in the world, and I don't want to spend more money. The spear's not that cheap. Yeah, sure. Let's just equip the armor. And take the quest. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Oh. Yes, the laborer. We got a free recruit. Is he good? He's got pragmatic and death wish. But his stats suck. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. He has fencer because he is very high initiative. I think that's why he has it. I'm not sure. It's because he's got light armors. That's why, light armor perk. But as a fencer thing, he doesn't have one-handed swords. So that's kind of tricky and annoying. But I think I have to abandon this guy because he doesn't have any stats. Yep. But he gave us some free armor and weapons, so... That's a one-handed mace now? I thought shovels were two-handed. Huh. You learn something new every day. But now we have armor, so that worked. Fair enough. And I forgot to start us caravanning, so let's put ourselves on a tent. Nothing better to do than to make some more medication, and that'll be fine. Let's walk through this place, please. Thank you, just before nighttime. Please have some hunters. There's a hunter for 1,200. Sadly, that's out of our price range. 1,200 again. 800, that's more like it. 700. Why? Why did you have to have triple melee skill? But I think he gets... Does he get polearms? He does get polearm mastery. That's tempting. But hunters are not great at melee skill. And the fact that he has flippin' aggressive is good for polearms. Maybe it's worth it. But I wouldn't want to spend money on a hunter for that reason. Can I quickly check this one? Okay, he's worse. He is most definitely worse. Well, either we spend all of our money on him, or we don't. To get a polearm brother. Nimble, he's got so much. Fencer, he's got Fencer. Rebound. Rebound's actually good. Recover. I'm trying to see if it's not really worth it. He's so built for range, and hunters are just built for range, and that's just a waste. I like the aggressive and sure-footing. I mean, sure-footing not really when it doesn't pair with that, but... Yeah, if I wanted a polearm master, I'd go into something else. But then again... Yeah, we could... No. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. That's too much money on a character that might just roll horrible. It's too much. I can risk going for... Oh my goodness, another tank? No freaking way. Another Death Wish tank. I was gonna risk going for another a melee person. Wow, that's not too bad. Especially if he rolls high. There's no gifted, so, I mean, Frosty gets the gifted. Lunaris doesn't need to worry about gifted too much. Wow, we're getting a really strong front line at the moment. And we just need the Rangers to prove it. So I'm keen on that. I don't think I'm going to spend any more money than that. Nope. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with our spendings. I do want to get a quick shield just in case we get into a fight. Because Mr. New Guy, which is going to be tanky for some reason. What's he got? Shield Expert. He's got Nimble. He does get Dodge, but I don't know if it's worth it because I don't see any other way of increasing his Dodge. So he just might be a Nimble tank. Phalanx. 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 That's crazy. We're gonna have a crazy front line. He gets Dog Breeder. That's pretty cool. And so did Lunaris as well. Fair enough. We're never gonna run out of dogs this season. Who's next on our list? It is Yaroslav. As a nimble tank. Sweet. Decent, right? Decent nimble tank. Has potential. Definitely potential to be an amazing tank. Just depends on how he rolls. And there's definitely some good stuff in there. So I'm keen. Keen as a bean to have 4 amazing frontliners. We just need some damage now. That's all we need. So let's keep wandering. Yeah, nobody's attacking us. There's brigands there that don't want to attack us because we've increased our party size. So that's nice. 11 nomads, many indebted with a slinger, that are running away from a caravan full of conscripts. That might have been a little scary for us, but I'm glad it's indebted, because if it was anything more than that, they would have killed us. I forgot to put us back on camping. I was like, why am I not stopping to camp? Because I'm forgetful. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. Nothing comes up. Not caring about herbalists. And we're out of money anyways. And we're not making any money from this. Yeesh. Okay, so let's go back to camping, because I keep forgetting to put us into camping mode. That's better. Make some more medication. Look after our wounds whenever we need to, and just make some free stuff. Saves us money. There's a sellsword down the road, but I'm saying, okay, I'm normally a good person, but I think we have to be evil this time. We need some free stuff. Look at that! Our relation suffers, reputation decreases slightly. That's fine. We got a ring, valuable furs, and 96 bucks. Okay, who hates us now? Oh wow, they both hate us. Poaching in their woods. What? Oh, that's from the origin thing. And then rumored to have robbed a family member on the road. So the yellows don't like us and the reds don't like us that much. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We got some free stuff. We're able to make some money off of it, and that's going to keep us afloat. And hopefully buy us some hunters. Oh, wait. No, I didn't click it quick enough. No, I didn't. Dang it, that's my fault. I didn't pause it. I clicked it instead of pausing. That's alright. We're finally at our destination with 166 XP. For our brand new people, that is an amazing boon. Sadly, it doesn't give them the level, but it gives them very close. There's witch hunters around, and they want us to fight monsters. No thank you. So let's quickly camp to dawn. Didn't get anything about it, sadly. Witch hunters, not our cup of tea, so we won't do it. Yeah, we could try and make some money in the south. If we go to this large city here... Wait, did I check the shop? I don't think I did. We're out of food. Glad thing I checked, because, yeah, that's important. Just a little bit. The wooden shield's cheap, but we don't really need it. We need a helmet. 42 bucks for helmet's a little costly, but we can afford it. Keep our guys alive. Would like some better spears, but sadly no one sells them for good. 100 bucks is actually not bad for a spear. Let's grab that. Yaroslav has the best melee skill, so we'll give him that one. And Lunaris has the same skill, weirdly enough. And that should be fine for the moment. Okay. So let's wander over to Lightmark. Hopefully we can get something good. We might have to start picking on some caravans of a certain faction. Maybe get one of them to... Ooh, that's a hunter. One of them to give us some free cash. Lots of really good options here. Sadly, we don't have the cash for it. Wine and everything's way too expensive to make a good coin on to sell to the south. We still have two things we really want to sell to the south, though. One thing I need to check is, my favorite way to check is the shield price. Selling for 19. It's actually pretty decent. We might not have to risk going south. Let's just sell it here. Because the town somehow is in a bad supply of stuff. Day to the West Kara delivery is not bad. Caravan day to the northwest as well is not bad. Follow the tracks. I'd rather do that to start us off. We need to get a fight. We need to start getting you guys into a little bit of combat. And the pointy sticks are not bad against rabble. Thugs, it's not usually great against, but rabble it works. So let's take them out. Couple of 65s, sheesh. They're trying their best. Yep, you want the high ground. That works. Confident all around. That's what we like to see. I'm going to go for the counter snipe. Hopefully that works. Unfortunately, it did not. Lunaris, I'm slightly scared, but I think we can do this. Go for a baffle or a hit. A hit's better. Because you're one-on-one, you get the bonuses to your buckler defense, as we can see there, so that's nice. Yaroslav will take the high ground. Frosty, I guess we can take that high ground. It all depends on where they move, so I kind of want to wait. If they keep trying to flank, lucky 5%. Is that literally 2 5s in a row on Yogi? Wow, okay. Yeah, I thought they'd try and go around. Nice, good dodges. Unfortunately, he has fast adaptation. Fair enough. No more 5%, please. He took the high ground. I thought he would. Not getting lucky there. Almost. It's taking way too long to kill these guys. Are you kidding me? Why do you have a 33% chance to hit him now? Oh, don't tell me they're getting patience. Maybe fast adaptation as well. We finally get one of the archer shots to hit. Beautiful axe hits. Beautiful poke. Unfortunate there. Unfortunate there as well. That's the kill we wanted. Can we please get this one? Can we knock him off? Nice. You guys are seeing this, right? What the heck is this? That's what I like to see. Roots. Sadly, this version of the root isn't like the goblin shamans. It doesn't do it AoE, it only does a single target. But regardless, I really need to stop that stupid poacher from doing things. I'm going to threaten their backline whilst running Lunaris at this guy. He's rolling 19s, that's beautiful. He has fast adaptation, it's not beautiful. Yep, that keeps him busy. Screw it, I'll do it here as well, why not? Keep Yogi safe. We'll wait in case they escape. Yep, one escapes, that's fine. So we'll put him back in. Beautiful. That's done. Mr. Ranger, let's go over here, switch out for free, which is absolutely amazing. And please steal this kill. Dang it. I need to double check though. Does poachers count? It does. So I'm going to try and get Mr. Ranger to stock up on these kills. So I'm going to waste us a couple turns. Because I want to snipe this kill. Please get this. Okay, nope, we're going to waste some turns. Because this is going to be worth it in the long run. Oh, we're out of stamina. What a rough time. You know, eventually we'll hit a 60%. They hit like 3-5% or something. Yeah, I went for a quick shot because I was too impatient. Shouldn't have been impatient, but, you know. That's what we needed. Nicely done. We got the reinforced wooden flail. That's actually a decent weapon. The slings are worth selling, and we got a nice wooden shield. And we get paid. That's the other really good part to it. And level ups all around. Beautiful. We got the nice 4s. And as a nimble tank, you're not going dodge, though. You do have dodge and relentless. Should we go dodge? Like, with nimble, you should probably just go dodge. Because why not? That's the big question. Why wouldn't you? It's mainly because you want to have something like alert. That's the main reason why you'd want to go dodge. Alert into dodge into relentless is just amazing. But because we don't have that, I'm sort of questioning it. But we do have things like resilient. We've got ways of surviving. Second wind's all right. Freedom of movement. Ooh, this is different. Just a free 10% melee defense and melee skill of your maximum fatigue. After gear. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. I don't think I like that too much. Because that's kind of rough to deal with. But it's kind of like dodge. Kind of is, in its own way. But it's interesting. Do we not get rebound? We don't. We don't get rebound, we don't get recover. So how on earth would we tank? That's very confusing. Is this even a good build? Oh, I'm questioning everything. Anyways, regardless, let's go with that, and... yeah, I think we just have to go dodge. It's the only way. Yeah, having all these weird perks, it makes it difficult to figure out what's the right choice. There's way too many things to consider. But even though it's probably not the best choice, I think we might just have to go with the dodge. Especially since that's a beautiful 5 right there. That makes a nice difference. And to start us off, 9 life sounds great. But I think I'm going to go with the Colossus. Decent medium tank. Let's go with... yikes, that's some pretty bad rolls. Definitely with student. We have drunk, but that'll go eventually. I think we have to go with whatever resolve we get into the health. Yeah, that's probably it. Lunaris, so we got decent dodge. Let's go into the 5, the 3, and the 4 in health. Yeah, health is going to be an issue. So we'll grab as much health as we can and randomly get a 4 resolve whenever we get a couple of 4 resolves. Let's jump into the alert to start us off, I think. And then that can jump us into the dodge. That'll be nice. Okay, so that's a bit weird, but we'll sort it out. We get this nice shield, which I am happy to have. The reinforced flail. That's probably good there. Actually, it's better here to go over shields. Flails are technically kind of like spears, but technically kind of not. But they allow you to go over shields, so they give you a bonus to hit, which is what I'm trying to say. Just an invisible one. Nice. So the money is looking a little better. It might justify us going for a hunter, but then we'll be down to nothing. So what's the other option? We can do a caravan and the delivery. So Newick or Strandkai. Newick and Strandkai. I'd rather do the delivery. The caravan. You get so much more out of caravan quest. Do we sell anything to make some coin? There's not much we can make. We'd probably sell the food. And it could possibly justify us getting a hunter, but we'd have to get lucky on which hunter we'd get. Because there is a 1207, a 1230, and a 1230. This one's the best one because he's got a hunter bow. And that one's got a hunter bow as well. The 1207's kind of good as well. What was I looking at? The witch hunter has the bow. Okay, so they all have the bow. Eeny, meeny, miny, let's go with the cheapest one. He's garbage. He's garbage. He's garbage. Okay, so they're all useless. And we didn't have to worry about, you know, we did waste money checking them out. But we didn't have to worry about getting a bad one. Oh, unfortunate. Well, we have to take the quest now, of course. And we just leave with 3 random hunters that all had double defense in melee. That's just weird. Absolutely weird. But, you know, we're a bit choosy and we need to get good ones. So sadly, that was just the situation there. Interesting. Do we want to beat up some kids for a ring? 40 or 50 youngsters appear from the tree line. Yeah, that's the problem. When you say yes to taking this fight, it's not a fight, it's an event. And your guys get completely beaten to hell. It's not worth it. Especially if we get attacked on this caravan. We would just get slaughtered. I am going to finally stop over here correctly this time. That's interesting. That is interesting. Double attack, fearless. Predictable's alright. What you got, bud? 54? Ooh, that's not that amazing. It's good. Oh, we've got gifted. Okay, so that's fine. There's no way you can complain if you get gifted on 54 with the double attack. And 5 defense is actually pretty good. Yeah, he's good. We'll take him in. What weapon could we possibly go for? You're not super defensive, so that's our very first person who's not super defensive, which is weird. So what do we think about? He's even got barter. He's a paymaster. Hey, we had someone lined up for that, didn't we? Welcome back, Zan. You're part of the party. Zan, let's do it with lowercase. The OP carry. Welcome back again, man. It's good to have you as our paymaster. The coolest thing about art apprentices is they can get a perk tree from almost anything in the game. I'm not sure if it is anything, but the right tree of perks can be from anything, and he got the trader tree, which is what you get for paymaster. So I'm really keen, really happy you're able to get that, man. And welcome to the party. So what are we going to get you to do? Because you can actually fight this time. I think you were tanky in the last season. So in terms of aggressive fighting ability, there's not many options. Either we go polearm and ignore your melee defense, but with gifted we don't have to. Or we go hammer. Because throwing and bow is probably not that great because you only have the 1 star. Yeah, we'll go melee. Hammer, should we go one-handed or two-handed? We don't get the offhand mastery, so we should not go one-handed. So it's either two-handed hammer. Yeah, it's pretty good. Lithe allows you to walk around with a weaker armor, but you'll be fine. Sweeping strikes, AoE attacks are good because hammers can sweep. Reach advantage, hammers can sweep. That's pretty decent if we use it. I don't think we will. Rattle's good because... yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's not amazing. Bloody Harvest. I love that they buffed Bloody Harvest. I'm very happy to see that. You can even do dodge. We keep getting so many dodge plays, but I don't know if dodge is the right play here. Perfect fit. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Balance. Balance for the heavy armor. It's a bit difficult to do when you're nimble. I'm sure we'll figure it out, but in the zone and all that kind of stuff is pretty good. So I am leaning towards the hammer if you roll well. So hammer if defense. And even if we roll bad on defense and we waste all of our time doing those perks, we can just switch over to polearm and just have mediocre defense. So yeah, if you keep rolling ones and stuff, man, we'll give up on the hammer idea and we'll just go defense. But that's fine. We're very keen to have you back in the party, and that's the entire 6. So that finishes our first ambition, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, see, that's the weird thing. It says one-handed. Aha! That's a typo. Hopefully they fix that. The shovels are not one-handed. But weirdly enough, it says one-handed. That's what confused me. Anyways, we'll have to get you... we'll give you a sling, I guess, just because there's nothing else to do for you. Keep you back in the safe area. Cool enough, you came with decent armor. Is there anything else we can buy for you? Quick polearm. Yeah, we'll give you the stick on a pole. The super cheap wooden pitchfork. That actually does a little bit of damage, so I don't hate it completely. Ooh, a jester hat. I love those. Other than that, ooh, dyes are cheap. Oh, but we're not going south. Okay, let's just keep going. And there's our company renown increase. We are happy. What are we doing from here? 5 arenas? Get renown of 250? Or buy and sell items? Those are all hard to do. At this stage, maybe 2 grand? Or maybe renowned. We've been doing a lot of quests. Do we think we're getting close to 250? Probably not. We'll go for the 2,000. What's our renown at? Oh, actually, we're really close to 250. I should have done the 250. It's difficult to tell. The one thing I'd really love is when they get to the ambition page, it'd be really nice if you could tell if you have the right close enough renown. Because it's so hard in the moment to be like, are we there yet? Did we get close enough? Is it worth it? That's beasts, and I'm not interested. That's into the caravan, and I am interested. Do we wait till morning? We can't hire anyone because we're still full at 6. No, we don't wait till morning. We'll just go. Why not? Let's keep pumping out those meds. Actually, is there anything better for us to do? Technically there is, but technically there isn't, because I don't want us to get injuries from training. And no one's super close to a level anyways. So let's just focus on getting our medical supplies to a crazy amount. And then not having to worry about it for a while. Oh, wait, yes, you guys are probably yelling at the screen. I did forget to put our 6th person on medicine. That's why Zan was really happy when we reached the destination. I was like, oh, he's really happy, that's nice. Wait a minute, that's because I didn't have him working. You gotta work, man. Oh, why am I looking here? We can't get more people. In terms of food, we're fine. We can sell these off. Tools, I'd really love to get us some tools. It's not going to happen anytime soon, though, sadly. But let's just head out. We could probably go hunting a little bit. At this... Yeah, I know they need to eat, but they're not upset because of that, because we're on a caravan. See? The game has that little glitch, and that's fine. It's been in the game like that forever. If you're on a caravan with zero food, the game's like, oh no, panic! It's like, it's not that bad. It's only when you get your destination that it's bad. But I think we'll get there before nightfall. Please. Yes. Please. Yes. Good. Good. Because if we didn't get there before nightfall, we would have been struggling. Let's get some cheap food, sort ourselves out for a couple days. Actually, we need to be a bit more than a couple days. We got hungry people. Tools. We could probably grab one of those. Ooh, that's tempting. Ooh, a $66 pitchfork. Yeah, I'm grabbing that. Zan, you just got an instant upgrade. Spent 20 bucks on your other one, you spent 60 bucks on this one. Cheap shields, cheap armor. 40 helmets? Yeah, I don't see why not. 40 helmets are pretty cheap. You spend 36 bucks on one, that's good. 77 bucks for a 50. We're starting to run low, so I don't want to risk spending too much more. We got level ups from that, that's very nice. Frosty, what did we get? 3 and the 4, I think, is what we need for the health. Very nice. I think we just jump straight into gifted, why not? Beautiful, that's starting to look really nice. 26. We'll put you on the corner. And we'll put our beautiful druid on the corner as well. 3, 3, and... I'm leaning on the 3, but then I don't have to. Thought we were going with dodge, so I'm going to go with the initiative. I'm going to wait till we get a 4 in... whatchamacallit? The resolve till we get to the resolve roll. Now, because we're going dodge, we got to get relentless. That's the only way to do that. And we're going to be nice, swift as a druid in the coursing streams. That's the way to do it. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Sadly, there's not much available for us here in Windberg. There is a lumber place. They will have what we want. And there's another lumber place. And that's fertile lands. So, fertile lands. So these two will most likely have hunters for us. It's a bit more common when they have hunter cabins, and that has 2 hunter cabins. That one has 1, and something broken. So maybe we go east to try and get some work. Definitely need to keep earning more money, because that is the slight struggle we have at the moment. Follow the tracks, that is exactly what we need. A $900, $97, wow, that's pretty sweet. Can't wait to get those available to us. Food is okay for the moment. Tools are actually not too bad here, but we're sitting okay. So mainly just getting that money is what we need for the next episode, and we'll get started with a beautiful tracks quest. So I believe that we'll have to end it there, and I hope you've enjoyed so far the introduction of the PTR mod. As you can see, there is a lot to work with, and there's so much that I want to explore and be able to show off to you guys, trying to do different builds It is slightly unfortunate that we have constant dodge nimble builds, but we'll still work around it. We'll try and show off the beautiful phalanx as a melee tank line. Try and play around with maybe either hammer or polearm, and try and get a bunch more ranged people in the party. Try and utilize like an entire line or more of ranged characters, as this party is definitely going to have a good front line to hold the back for our ranged people. And it's cool to play with around the roots. And yeah, so much more. Lots of potential, and I'm loving the mod. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again to Lord Midas and Uber Bagel for the work that you've done on this mod. And we'll hope to see you in the next episode. Catches.